Welcome back to Motivational Repo, your go-to source for inspiration and personal growth. Today, we're diving into a concept that might feel completely counterintuitive in our fast-paced world, but is absolutely essential for your success and well-being. We're going to explore the Dutch art of Niksen, the practice of doing absolutely nothing, and expose the hidden dangers of what we call toxic productivity. You might be surprised to learn that being constantly busy isn't a badge of honor. In many ways, it's a form of laziness. Let's get started. How many times have you found yourself with a spare 5 minutes, maybe waiting for a coffee or sitting on a bus, and immediately reached for your phone? You scroll through emails, check social media, or catch up on news headlines. We've been conditioned to believe that every single moment must be filled with some form of productive activity. This relentless drive to be busy, to optimize every second, is the essence of toxic productivity. It's a culture that equates your value with your output. But what if I told you that this constant busyness is actually sabotaging your ability to think deeply and creatively? What if the most productive thing you could do is, paradoxically, nothing at all? This is where the beautiful Dutch concept of Niksen comes into play. Niksen literally translates to doing nothing or to be idle. It's the art of intentionally allowing yourself to be without a purpose, to just be. This isn't about being lazy in the negative sense, it's a conscious choice to disengage. It means sitting on a chair and just looking out the window, listening to the ambient sounds around you without putting on a podcast, or simply letting your mind wander without a goal. It's about giving yourself permission to exist without the pressure to achieve, produce, or improve. In our society, this sounds almost radical. We celebrate the hustle, the grind, the person who juggles 10 projects at once. We're taught that idle hands are the devil's workshop, and that time you enjoy wasting is wasted time. But this couldn't be further from the truth. The human brain is not a computer that can run at maximum capacity indefinitely. It requires downtime, periods of rest and unfocused thought, to function at its best. When you're constantly bombarding your brain with information and tasks, you're operating in a state of perpetual task-positive mode. Your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for focus and decision-making, is working overtime. This is great for ticking items off a to-do list, but it completely shuts down another, equally important neural network, the default mode network, or DMN. The DMN is what becomes active when your mind is at rest, when you're not focused on any particular external task. Think of it as the brain's screensaver. It's what's running in the background when you're daydreaming, reminiscing, or just letting your thoughts drift. And this, my friends, is where the real magic happens. The default mode network is responsible for connecting disparate ideas, consolidating memories, and generating insight. It's the neurological basis for those aha moments, those sudden flashes of inspiration that seem to come from nowhere. Have you ever been stuck on a difficult problem, only to have the solution pop into your head while you're taking a shower or going for a walk? That wasn't a coincidence. That was your DMN at work, connecting the dots while your conscious mind was taking a break. Archimedes had his eureka moment in the bathtub. Isaac Newton supposedly conceived of gravity while sitting under an apple tree, doing nothing in particular. These weren't flukes, they were the result of minds given the space to wander and make novel connections. By constantly staying busy, we are robbing our brains of this crucial idle time. We're preventing the very process that leads to our most creative and groundbreaking ideas. We're so focused on the small, immediate tasks that we lose the ability to see the bigger picture. This brings us to a provocative idea: constant busyness is a form of laziness. It sounds like a contradiction, but think about it. It's easy to stay busy. It's easy to react to emails, to attend meetings, to follow a preset schedule without question. This kind of busyness often requires very little deep thought. It's a way of avoiding the harder, more uncomfortable work of strategic thinking and prioritization. The truly difficult work is to step back, to reflect, and to ask the big questions. Am I working on the right things? Is this the most effective way to achieve my goals? What should my real priorities be? Answering these questions requires quiet contemplation, something that toxic productivity culture actively discourages. It's much easier to fill your calendar with back-to-back meetings and feel productive than it is to carve out an hour to sit in a quiet room and just think. Being busy becomes a shield. It protects us from the difficult task of making tough choices about what truly matters. If you're always running from one thing to the next, you never have to confront the possibility that you might be running in the wrong direction. True productivity isn't about doing more, it's about doing the right things. And to figure out what the right things are, you need space. You need Niksen. You need to allow your default mode network to light up and do its work. Embracing Niksen doesn't mean abandoning your responsibilities or becoming unproductive. It's about strategically incorporating moments of intentional idleness into your life to enhance your overall effectiveness and creativity. So how can you practice Niksen? It's simpler than you think, but it does require a conscious effort to break old habits. Start small. Instead of pulling out your phone the next time you have a few minutes of downtime, just sit. Look around you. Notice the light, the shapes, the colors. Don't try to analyze anything, just observe. Let your thoughts come and go without judgment. If your mind starts racing about your to-do list, gently guide it back to the present moment, to the simple act of being. Schedule do-nothing time into your calendar. Just as you would schedule a meeting or a workout, block out 15 or 20 minutes for Niksen. During this time, your only goal is to have no goal. You could go for a walk without listening to music or a podcast. You could sit by a window and watch the world go by. The key is to resist the urge to fill the time with a task, no matter how small. It will feel uncomfortable at first. Your brain, accustomed to constant stimulation, will protest. You might feel restless, anxious, or even guilty. This is a sign of withdrawal from the addiction to busyness. Stick with it. Over time, you'll find that these moments of idleness become restorative. You'll emerge from them feeling calmer, more centered, and often with a newfound clarity on a problem you've been wrestling with. The benefits of embracing idleness extend far beyond a boost in creativity. It's also a powerful antidote to burnout. Constantly operating in high gear drains your mental and emotional resources, leading to exhaustion and a decline in performance. Niksen is like a mental reset button. It allows your nervous system to switch from the fight or flight sympathetic mode to the rest and digest parasympathetic mode. This lowers stress, reduces anxiety, and replenishes your cognitive energy. By giving yourself permission to do nothing, you are actively investing in your long-term sustainability and well-being. You are acknowledging that you are a human being, not a machine, and that rest is not a luxury, but a necessity. Let's challenge the narrative that busyness equals importance. The next time someone asks you what you did over the weekend, and your answer is nothing much, say it with pride. You are recharging your brain, fostering creativity, and engaging in the profound art of Niksen. You are doing the hard, strategic work of creating space for breakthrough ideas to emerge. You are choosing deep effectiveness over shallow busyness. And that is one of the most productive things you can do. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of Niksen and the pitfalls of toxic productivity. I hope it has inspired you to find a little more nothing in your day. If you found this valuable, please subscribe to Motivational Repo for more content designed to help you live a more intentional and fulfilling life. Until next time, remember that sometimes, the best way to move forward is to stand perfectly still.